You've been circling a move to Southwest Florida for a while now. Well, here's the date that decides how much you save in 1 year and even more later. Now, there's another important date, so this impacts your homestead exemption. This is only for primary residents. So if you're considering moving to Florida, December 31st, 2026 could become an important date for your future property taxes. A proposed constitutional amendment on the November ballot would increase the homestead exemption for non-school property taxes to $150,000 in 2027. Currently, it's 50,000. Okay, so pretty substantial in 2027. Then it's going to bump up to $250,000 in 2028 for qualifying Florida residents. So buyers who establish the permanent Florida residency after December 31st, 2026 could generally face a 5-year wait before receiving the larger exemption. Now, the proposal still requires a 60% voter approval, but for someone already planning a Florida move, understanding the residency and homestead rules could become an important part of deciding when to make that move. Most people find out about the Florida homestead exemption after they've already closed. By then, it's awful too late to do anything about the timing. So the rule is simple. Once you know it, own and occupy the home as your permanent residence by January 1st and file by March 1st. So one relates to specifically how your assessments will be capped. And that's what I'm talking about now. So again, you need to file that by March 1st. And by it means a November closing and a February closing on exact same house could be a full year apart of saving. It's called the Save Our Homes, and it caps how much your assessment can grow each year. So the exemption isn't just a one-time number. It's a protection that keeps working the longer you stay in that property. So if you're planning to make a move, the timing question is worth answering before you're under contract and not after. Don't overlook this. Buying a Florida home by December 31st may not be enough. If this amendment passes, buyers trying to qualify under the existing residential provisions should make sure that they've actually established Florida permanent residency and homestead, not simply closed on a property. A Florida driver's license is one important piece of evidence, along with such things as a voter registration, vehicle registration, and ending residency in another state. Because the financial difference could be substantial, buyers considering a late 2026 move, they really should speak with the county property appraiser exactly what they need to do to establish residency before the cutoff. Now, this massive discount will only apply if 60% of the voters pass this in November. So I've covered two items here. The voters hold the card for the first item. The second item is capping the tax assessment each year. If you need more details, contact me or consult your local tax or legal advisor.